3 signs you're repelling clients and money without even realizing it. If you are having a hard time manifesting money and clients just aren't showing up the way you want them to, you might actually be unknowingly repelling them away. So today I am breaking down the top 3 signs that your energy is actually pushing clients away and what you can do to shift it so you start attracting more abundance into your life and into your business. But before we start, welcome. I'm Jen, a quantum alchemy mentor and business energetic strategist, and I help spiritual entrepreneurs like you master multi-dimensional energy clearing and subconscious rewiring. I also help you grow a thriving business and magnetize abundance without all the burnout. All right. I've been there, done that, and I'm here to help you not make the same mistakes that I did. All right. So if you're here to ditch the blocks and step into alignment, then you are exactly in the right place. Now, I do want to mention I am all booked up for March and halfway through April. So if you want to book a session with me, do so soon. And I've also got something amazing coming up the first week of April, the Ignite Your Soul's Leadership Activation. It's only $99 and it is a 4-day immersive clearing container where I guide a private group to clear and release resistance from stepping into their leadership. We're using that Aries eclipse energy to really power us forward. And there's also a live one-on-one clearing session, and I'm going to call one lucky person up to come live with me and clear their energy, but the whole group benefits from the clearing. And these shifts are amplified because I created the container in the crystalline grid for next level impact. Is very unique. I also asked for 3 manifestations and work on clearing those for you. So spots are limited. There's only so many spaces. Do check the description box below to join. I'd love to have you. And I also have a free masterclass coming up in April as well. So at the beginning of April, we're clearing all the energy away. And then I really want to focus on strategy in the masterclass. Okay, so I will be talking more about that soon, but you can get all of the links to join these events in the description box below. All right, so let's get into it. Sign number 1 that you're pushing money and clients away, okay? You are not tracking your money. You are ignoring your finances instead of managing them consciously. So one of the biggest blocks I see, especially for spiritual entrepreneurs, is the habit of completely ignoring their finances. There's this belief that money should just flow and that if you focus on it too much, you're somehow going to block it, okay? But the truth is money loves attention. Okay, it doesn't want to be ignored or avoided. Okay, and that's why it's ignoring and avoiding you. But right, when you don't track your income, when you don't track your expenses, when you don't set a clear intention for how much money you want to receive, you're signaling to the universe that you're not ready to handle it. Okay, you're pushing it away before it even has a chance to show up. Your energy is scattered, it's unfocused, and it's passive, and you're not owning it. You're not owning your energy. You're not directing your energy. You're not stepping into your role as a co-creator. Okay? So the truth is when you avoid money, it avoids you. Okay? Money thrives in clarity and intention, but if you're not actively engaging with it, you're cutting off its flow. And this happens a lot when you're operating too much in your feminine energy, right? The trusting, the flowing, the surrendering. But without the masculine structure to hold that flow. So if you only stay in the flow, money becomes very inconsistent. It can come in and when it wants to, and it also leaves just as quickly, okay? So the masculine energy provides the container for the money to stay, to grow and multiply. Okay, so that means structure, setting financial goals, tracking your money, what's coming in, what's coming out, making financial decisions from confidence rather than fear, okay? And it's not about micromanaging or obsessing over it because, obsessing over it will push it away as well. It's about creating a healthy relationship with money where you know exactly where you stand, okay? Because if you're avoiding your finances, right, you're just blocking the money. It's not just blocking the money, it's avoiding responsibility. And if you want to run a successful business, you have to be the one in charge of your money, because if you're not, who the hell is, right? So hoping that things will just work out isn't a strategy, okay? It's not a strategy. Money responds to leadership, and when you step into that role, everything shifts, right? Same with your clients. They want a leader to guide them, and that's when everything starts to shift. So if you've been avoiding looking at your bank account, dodging those conversations about pricing, not wanting to talk about it, or hoping money will just show up out of nowhere without doing anything, without taking any aligned action, this is your sign to take control. Okay, I know this very well because this is what I used to do too. All right, so set up a simple system to track your income and expenses, get clear on your numbers, and start treating money like a trusted friend or like a trusted business partner rather than something to fear or avoid. Because when you take care of money, money takes care of you. Okay? Now, sign number 2, you are repelling clients away. Emotional overwhelm. When you try to tackle too much at once or put too much pressure on yourself. Okay? Overwhelm is one of the fastest way to repel clients and therefore money. When you're doing too much, trying to do all of the things, trying to create 5 offers, market on every freaking platform, take on every client, even though they're not aligned with you, but you just take them because you feel like you're desperate for money. And then you try to keep up with your personal life, and especially if you're a mom and you don't have a lot of time and you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're doing all of the things, you're actually sending out scattered, chaotic energy, and clients do not like chaos. Neither does money. Okay? Your vibration isn't cohesive and expansive. It's shrunken down. And clients can feel when you're overwhelmed, right? It's if your energy is frantic and scattered and stretched too thin, they won't feel safe investing in you because you're not you don't feel grounded in yourself. Okay? So, you don't need to be everywhere, do everything, and have a million offers to be successful. Okay, what you do need is clarity. One core offer, one clear message, and one strategy you can actually commit to and stick with consistently. Consistency is key. I've worked with many spiritual entrepreneurs who start something, but the moment they don't see the results, the validation that they're hoping for, they give up 2 weeks later. Okay? But business doesn't work like that. Okay? Consistency creates momentum. And when you're just starting out, it takes time to build, especially a solid foundation. Okay? So think of a massive ship at sea and it wants to change directions. It doesn't happen instantly. Okay? It moves slowly at first, but once the shift is in motion, momentum builds, right? And then it becomes unstoppable. Then it keeps turning. All right? The same applies to your business. But if you keep switching directions, right, before giving anything a real chance to gain traction, you're staying stuck at the starting line. Okay? So if you're constantly jumping from one idea to the next, switching niches, or feeling like you have to prove yourself by doing more, pause, take a breath, simplify. Okay? What's one thing that would move the needle the most right now? And focus on that. Because when you feel calm, when your nervous system feels calm, when you feel safe, your clients feel safe to come in and invest in you and your gifts that you have to share. All right. Sign number 3, waiting for clients to come to you instead of actively inviting them in. And this is huge. So many spiritual entrepreneurs believe that if they just put out great content, clients will magically find them and want to work with them. And while attraction marketing, does work, expecting clients to show up without actively inviting them in is a big mistake. So you can have a huge account on these platforms and YouTube and Instagram. You might get tons of likes and comments and engagements, but if no one is reaching out to work with you, that's a sign something's off. So I've actually seen this with people with big accounts. People are really engaging and like their content, but they're not investing in them, right? And so for myself, I was mostly on Instagram before I came to YouTube. I didn't have a huge account, but I was constantly getting more clients and, word of mouth and building that way rather than focusing on creating content all the time and being on all the time. Like that time is over. Who wants to work like that? We're here to enjoy our lives, right? So you don't need a big account and lots of content, okay? You need to put yourself out there. And like think about it. So if people don't know how to work with you, they won't, right? If you're not talking about you and what you do and what you have to offer and the gifts you have to give, if you're not making those offers and you're not clearly stating what's available, people aren't going to ask. Okay, and then there's another layer to this. If you think testimonials or social proof don't matter, you're making it harder for people to trust you. Okay, potential clients want proof of the transformation of what you can do. They want to see what's possible for them. They want to know that your work gets results before they invest. So if you're not actively sharing your client wins, your success stories, or even confidently stating that this is what I do and this is how I can help you, you're leaving money on the table, okay? You're not confident in yourselves and your clients are going to feel that energy, okay? Because people aren't just buying your service, they're buying certainty. They want to feel confident that they're investing in you will lead to real transformation. So don't just assume that they get it. Show them, invite them in, make it easy for them to say yes. I'm always putting out testimonials. If you go to my Instagram account, I have a whole, I don't know what you call it. I'm not a huge social media person, but on my profile, there's a little button, a little button, and it says testimonial. Click that. I don't know what they're called. That is, technology is not my thing, but I'm learning. Anyways, I have a shit ton of testimonials on there of clients I've worked with over the years. Go check them out. I have so many, and the transformations that I get in my sessions are amazing, okay? And now I'm teaching other people to do the same. So you need to put your offers out there. You need to push your testimonials, okay? People need to see what they're getting for their investment. Certainty attracts clients, and confidence attracts money. And if you're hiding behind, I don't want to be too pushy or I don't want to brag, you're actually doing your potential clients a disservice because they need to know what you offer, but they don't know it's available to them if you're not talking about it, right? So if you've been waiting and hoping people will just get it and magically come to you, stop. Clients need clear invitations, not just good content. So be direct and tell them exactly how they can work with you and what's available and why it's the perfect next step for them. Okay? Because when you start owning your offers with confidence, you'll really be amazed at how quickly things can shift. You really do have value to give others. Okay? So just believe in yourself. And remember, building your business isn't just about reaching that final destination. It's about the journey, okay? Your business is an extension of you and your energy and your magic that you get to share, okay? When you don't share your magic, you're doing a disservice not only to you, but the clients. And have more fun with it, right? The more aligned opportunities flow, the more you have fun and aren't so stressed out and overwhelmed and putting so much pressure on yourself to do all of the things, okay? I really feel like that era is dead. I've done it It's awful. It's burnout. Don't do it. And that's what I'm helping my clients do, is approach business in a more healthy way where, you're not on all the time. Okay, so when you approach it with more excitement instead of pressure, you just naturally attack the right clients and abundance with ease. So if these resonated with you, okay, know that they're all fixable. Awareness is the first step. And now that you see the patterns, you can start shifting them. And if you want to clear the deeper energetic blocks behind these patterns, then please do join the Ignite Your Soul's leadership container, the 4-day group clearing. It's designed to help you step into your leadership as a spiritual entrepreneur by clearing the subconscious blocks that are keeping you playing small. Okay, and when you align your energy, right, with more confidence and authority and abundance, you naturally start to attract those clients and money and more ease in your business. Okay, this is about owning your power and fully embodying your role as a leader and creating a business that thrives from a place of alignment. Okay, so if you're ready to stop repelling clients and money and start receiving it with ease, I'd love for you to join me. It's only $99. I'll put the link in the description box below, as well as I have a masterclass coming up mid-April. So we're doing the 4 days of clearing to really anchor in that Aries eclipse energy and step into our leadership, because Aries is all about authenticity and leadership and power. And then after that, we're going to do a free masterclass on business strategy. So I really would love to have you come. And please check out the description box below. That's where I will put all the information. So go check it out.